Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At TARABA Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Yembu Sardauna State, 080-8978-2725. ATC branch, Zenith Bank agents, Taraba State University shops, ATC, Outer Kola Local Government, 090-7850-2712. Other centers to take up soon. This initiative is supported by Zenith Bank, Globus Bank, Wema Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank. Super Cash. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At TARABA Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Yembu Sardauna State, 080-8978-2725. ATC branch, Zenith Bank agents, Taraba State University shops, ATC, Outer Kola Local Government, 090-7850-2712. Other centers to take up soon. This initiative is supported by Zenith Bank, Globus Bank, Wema Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank. Super Cash. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At TARABA Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Yembu Sardauna State, 080-8978-2725. ATC branch, Zenith Bank agents, Taraba State University shops, ATC, Outer Kola Local Government, 090-7850-2712. Other centers to take up soon. This initiative is supported by Zenith Bank, Globus Bank, Wema Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank. Super Cash. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At TARABA Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Yembu Sardauna State, 080-8978-2725.
Offer JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT F861 Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? Taraba Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? Taraba Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 63 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals.
Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to the Sun TV Morning Show. This is a pivotal moment in our nation's history, where fortitude and resolve are more vital than ever. Drawing inspiration from our illustrious past, where trailblazers leaders like Obafemi Awolowo introduced groundbreaking initiatives such as the Western Nigeria Television Service, the first television station in Nigeria. This tradition of innovation and advancement continues to influence our present. This is a time in our nation that we need to stick to the tenets of commitment and fostering unity and making sure that all the things that present challenges to us are not taken into cognizance and have not overwhelmed us. We're going to take a commercial break now. When we come back, we're going to go into the matters of the day. I'm going to introduce to you our guest, and we're going to delve into the matters of the day. We're going to discuss the topical issues on the national dailies. Please stay tuned. You can't afford to miss it.
Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? Taraba Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Monday to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 63 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? Taraba Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Monday to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 63 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. Taraba Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you?
Yeah, welcome back from our commercial break. Our guest today is not a new person. He is a regular guest on this platform. He is no any other person than our own Chief Gabriel Olayenka.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure being here again on Sun TV Morning Show.
We thank you for coming. We really thank you for coming. Chief Gabriel Olayenka, As we all know, is a lecturer at Taraba State University, the CEO of Taraba Business School, and CEO of Taraba News Agency, and CEO of Some TV. We're going to go on to the analysis of the topical issues on the national dailies. We're going to start with The Guardian. The Guardian said, federal government begins food imports, may extend zero duty initiative timeline.
We all know that the Nigeria is currently experiencing persistent rise, particularly in price of food. Cost of everything that is called food has increased. So federal government came up with this initiative to crash the price. Though for me, as I told you, maybe it can be a good measure as a temporary measure. But for me, it's not a good long-term measure solution. Because Nigeria as a country, with all the diversity, the vast land that we have, we shouldn't by now be talking about importation of food. So it's very disturbing that at this stage of our nation building, we are still talking about food importation. Because by now, Nigeria is supposed to be one of the countries that can feed other countries. So because part of what this will happen is that it's going to put a lot of pressure on our foreign reserve, and it's going to put a lot of pressure on the dollar. We have already constantly experiencing rise in dollar. As at last week, a dollar goes for about 168 naira. That is in the parallel market. With this importation, be rest assured that this week we're going to see the dollar to rise to maybe 170 something and all that, because if we are doing that, what it means is that we are creating imbalance of payment. What do you mean by imbalance of payment? Our exports is far higher. Our import, is far higher than our export. So if it is a temporary measure to see how to crash the prices of goods and services, so be it. But we should be thinking about long-term measure of self-sufficient, that Nigerian is able to feed itself and also be able to export his food to other countries.
Yes, talking about Nigeria being able to feed itself, it's an issue that has so many aspects, so many facets to it. Insecurity is contributing, and so many other factors like that. Lack of comprehensive agricultural policy. You think the present government has taken into cognizance the issues that has to do with the comprehensive agricultural policies by the establishment of Ministry of Livestock and other matters like that?
Yeah. Let me tell you that for me, let me say that nothing seems to be new as far as our policies are concerned. We seem to just be repeating the same kind of policy that we've been doing. So for me, we are doing more of a recycle policy than creating new policy. The Ministry of Livestock that we created is already a section or a department under the Ministry of Agriculture before now. I personally didn't see the wisdom behind the separate creation of Ministry of Livestock, because something we do in this country is duplication of duty. One report that I keep making reference to is the Orasonya report. The Orasonya report suggested a lot of merger in our ministries, and this because there are a lot of duplication. Thank God, that was why I was happy when some ministries were scrapped recently and some were merged. You know, the so to say scrapping of the Ministry of Niger Delta to make it Ministry of Regional affairs so that it will accommodate other regional development commissions like the Northeast Development Commission. For me, it's commendable. For me, even things like EFCC and ICPC, the work are almost the same. So why not we synergize and have proper synergy when it comes to issues like this? So and we have in this country we have a lot of agricultural policy. You talk about the CBN anchor borrowing policy. You know, has it really yield expected result? We've talked about farmer mobile fertilizer distribution. We've had irrigation farming initiative. We've had several policy. So I think the policies is not the issue, but the careful implementation of policies that can bring about national development and resolve some of our problem, I think is what is important. And sometimes also there are certain policies that should go down to the grassroots, like every farming policy that do not take cognizance the peasant farmer that is in the village. It's not a policy. Sometimes we make statements and you will see that at the grassroots where the things matter a lot, nothing is done. So these are things that we should look at and see what to do. I still insist that Nigeria should not be a country that will be importing food at this time of our national development.
Yes, still on food security and the practices or policies that can help Nigeria to attain food security and self-sufficiency in matters of food. There is this trending issue that keeps reoccurring year over year, the issue of cattle herders conflict and crisis. You know, this conflict, you keep seeing it every rainy season all over Nigeria, all over the north particularly. Now there's this clamoring that the establishment of the Ministry of Livestock is expected to solve this problem by encouraging or introducing the policy of cattle ranching and other things like that, which is a way of trying to solve the problem of herders and farmers clash. Don't you think this what is your take on this?
Yeah, if that's why I said policies are good, but the implementation of those policies to really make sure that they solve problems is what is very important. The issue of farmer herders crisis has been with us for so many years. I know that there have been several initiatives. People also have their reservation. I remember there was a time we talk about grazing routes.
Yes,
People kicked against it. Some people feel they wanted to collect their land and give it to herders and so forth. So I think for me, some of these things require national discourse. Let's all come back. Let's come to the table, particularly since the issue of herders farmers crisis has become because a lot of people also attribute it to part of why we have food shortage in Nigeria, because people believe that it's one of the reasons people could not go to farm or farm enough and all that. But for me, it's not, some of the matter are not even issue of herders farmers crisis. Also issues of banditries, issues of kidnapping, issue of insurgency. They are also contributing to the reduction in farming activities. So we need to look at those matters holistically. So if creation of the livestock ministry will resolve the issue, so be it. But the point I'm making is that we should be able to look at things holistically and be able to look at solution that will create effects in resolving our problem.
Okay, going to Daily Independent. The Daily Independent has a major headline talking about, with aggressive expansion, Nigerian banks beat economic headwinds. So on a course to double their profits at year's end. This is a good news.
Yeah, there are banks have been experiencing a lot of expansion. In fact, this expansion not just within the country alone, even outside this country. UBA, for instance, has been able to open subsidiary in some countries, like in Africa, for instance, in Ghana, in Kenya, and some other part of Africa. And of course, they are also now present in US, in UK, and all that. So the Nigerian banking sector is strong, and the problem with the Nigerian banking sector is the fact that it's not contributing to the real sector. The other day, you will notice that over 6.8 trillion naira of the loan that the Nigerian banks are given to government. The bank need to contribute to the real sector. What is the impact of the bank on manufacturing companies? What is the impact of the bank on agriculture? What is the impact of the bank on production? These are the issues that simulate economy. So, because sometimes, will I say it looks as if the banks are also trying to be selfish, because you will see that they are not too pushy when it comes to contributing to the real economic development. So they prefer to give money to government, because they prefer to give loan to government, because of course they are sure that the government will pay them their money. It is considered to be secured loan. That's what we call secure loan. Secure loan is a loan that you are sure that no matter what happens, you are going to get it back. But this is not how it's supposed to be. What of the contribution to the real sector of the economy? Of what contribution is the bank doing to the real sector of the economy? Because that is what will simulate economic growth and economic development. So also, we have also experienced a lot of upgrades when it comes to bank. Some Zenith Bank, for instance, did it, and they have been able to come out of it, or there is improvement. Up to now, we still have issues with GT Bank. In fact, I saw one circular where the federal government were advising their staff to withdraw their salary account from GT Bank. So that means also, in terms of ICT infrastructure, Nigerian banks need to do more in order to improve the ICT infrastructure that we currently have. Because one thing that also contributes in the banking operation is the ability of the people to perform operations seamlessly. If people will have challenge of having to transfer their money, having to do bank transactions, having to do online, because by this century, you shouldn't be expecting that people will go into the four walls of the bank. What happens now is that people should be able to do their transaction anywhere they find themselves in the world, not even in Nigeria. That is the stage and the level at which banking activity should be.
As online banking.
Yes.
Okay. There's this issue. The banks are expanding, and their expansion, at least within Nigeria, is actually giving opportunities for Nigerians to get employment. Don't you think that is a place where we should give kudos to the bank? in creating employment for teaming youth?
How many people are they employed in?
At least
You must compare the number. Let me give you a statistics, for instance. Nigeria, the total population of Nigeria is about 200 million people. If you put all the staff of all the banks in Nigeria together, all the banks together, they are not up to 10 million. Compare that to the percentage of the population. That means the percentage of people that work in the bank is not up to 10% of the population. So what does that tell you? That tells you that it is insignificant compared to the economic growth of this country. So rather than us looking at it on the perspective that, oh, banks are expanding, are employing, we should look at it from the perspective of bank should contribute to the real economic growth. If they empower a farmer, for instance, who is able to employ, let's say, 100 people, and they have been able to do that maybe to 1 million farmers. In fact, let's even say the 1 million farmer were able to employ 50 people. Let's even reduce the number. So if the total banks we have in Nigeria put together, I'm even talking about just 1 million people. Each 1 million people employ 50 people. That means you are going to have contribution to a workforce about 50 million, which is a good number, which is about 25% of the total population. I don't understand what I'm saying. The same thing, manufacturing sector, the same thing, automobile sector, the same thing. So the point I'm making is that banks should not be just for servicing government, payment or withdrawal, deposit, transfer. This is not the core duty of the bank. Now, the bank should be able to contribute to national economic development. That's the point I'm making. So while they perform some of these services, there is the dear need for them to be able to contribute to the real sector of the economy.
Okay, the Daily Independent seems to have another good news. It's a Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities and Non-Academic Staff Union of Universities suspend strike as FG agrees to pay withheld salaries. That's a good news too.
Yes, remember on this platform, we've discussed this issue severally. And for me, it's very commendable that federal government did not allow this thing to degenerate, because by the time they allow it, ASU will also join, and the issue will become serious. Currently, NASU, SANU, NASU, and they have agreed to suspend it for 1 month. So within this 1 month, they want to see what the federal government is going to do. So I commend both parties for looking at this issue holistically and trying to find a lasting solution. If on the federal government to see that within this 1 month window that they have, they are able to resolve the problem and pay the outstanding salary. If that is done, there is likelihood that things will continue and activity will kick off, and we're expecting that we are going to have a smooth and peaceful process within our university system, because the fear already is the fact that our academic calendars across the country is already polarized. The fact that we are not having constant academic calendar. Some universities are in first semester, some are in second semester, some are in the middle of first, some are in the middle of second. So we're supposed to have a harmony. That's supposed to be an harmonization. In those days, some people will not know that all schools resume October for first semester all over the country. The same thing we used to have in secondary school today. You know, in secondary school, people resume work and school. Virtually every school resume at the same time. Somewhere around September. And that's what used to happen even at the tertiary institution in those days. So if we could go back to that and make sure our academic calendar is harmonized, it's going to be a good thing. So I commend the federal government and the non-academic staff, you know, for this agreement, because part of the fear was if you allow students to go back home at a time like this, we all know the hunger, the frustration, the anger in the land. These people, let them not go and join gang and begin to cause problem in different parts of the country. So I want to see the federal government in the next few days implementing this agreement, because they have 1 month window. It's not an indefinite suspension. It's a suspension for 1 month. And I believe 1 month is an enough time for the federal government to make good its promises.
Okay. There's this headline again on Daily Independent. It's a control of state resources cause of river political crisis. That's according to Governor Sim Fubara. Now, look at it from this perspective. Sim Fubara is accused of a wrongdoing. He presented a budget to a House of Assembly that is incomplete as it stands in the eyes of the law. And now he is accusing the court for putting him in line of state. He's accusing whosoever he has in mind of it is resource control. He forgot that he did what was wrong. What do you think?
You see, if you want to look at the issue of River State, you must look at the issue of River State holistically. If we keep blaming one party against the other, we are not going to solve the problem of River State.
Okay.
Both the two camps have their own issue. Why will the Minister of FCT not allow the governor to function? What we are seeing is the effect of godfatherism, you know, because you brought somebody to power and you want him to do your bidding, you want him to control, you want to control everything that happens here. So that's in its part also is a problem. So also in the part of Wabra, I expect that he should be more accommodating than what he's currently doing, because I see a do or die approach when he noticed that Wike controlled the PDP structure. He moved his loyalty to APP and contested for local government. And so definitely, and without any iota of that, we all know that the whole fight is about resource control. That's the whole fight. The whole fight has nothing to do with the interests of the river people. The whole thing has nothing to do with the growth and development of the river people. No. All that we are seeing, all the power tussle that we are seeing is all about resource control. Everybody wants to be the one in charge of the resources of River State. That's basically what we are seeing. So because if not, by this time around, why do we continue to fight and fight and fight, and the fight not seems to be finishing? And our judicial system also need to be careful, because we have had counter and counter judgment and pronunciation, sometimes within court of the same jurisdiction. So the court supposed to be the hope of the common man, and the court supposed to be the one to resolve issues when it comes to matters like this. But sometimes even the court complicates some of these issues. So it is true that the whole fight in River State is all about resource control. So we need to, all the two parties need to shake their sword. Let them prioritize the interests of the Rivers people above their own personal interests. So for me, that's what we should be talking about.
Okay, we go to Nigerian News Direct. Nigerian News Direct said, and I'm talking about Atiku, and I say, I will have done differently. Atiku slams Tinubu's economic policy and offers alternative solution. There are other, he said, he proposed $10 billion economic stimulus fund for small and medium scale industries.
Yeah, this is a personal opinion. I hope you know that the presidency also have replied, Atiku. Our economic is in shambles, and I must say that unless if later we are proven right, I don't think our economic handlers are getting it right, unless proven otherwise. So, and since Atiku has interest in becoming the president of this country, so what we are seeing is not out of place. I definitely expect that he will everybody will try to show what he can do, because as you know, we're getting to the next election. 2027 is at corner. Already 2024 is ending.
Yeah.
By next year we're entering 2025, and by the time we enter 2025, politicking and this thing is setting. So what we are seeing, in fact, in the days ahead, we're going to see more. Obitu has been talking, on national issues. So it's not left for Nigerians to decide who they want in 2027. So let everybody keep talking. Let everybody keep telling us what he can do. But what is important is we should be able to conduct free, fair, and credible election. If we are able to conduct a free, fair, and credible election, then we can say, yeah, Nigerians have been able to choose whoever they want. What is important is let Nigerians be able to choose their leader themselves. That is what is important.
Okay, there's another headline on Nigerian News Direct. It's a 48 hours ultimatum. Release hungry, malnourished children and other protesters. This is talking about the SERAP, the ultimatum to President Tinubu. Now, my question is that, are they supposed to say this in the light of the fact that these children are being accused of treason?
I was thinking this will come later, but since because we have a lawyer to talk about this issue, but since you have brought it up, we could still get his perspectives later. There are a lot of things that is related to this issue. What is the concern of people for now is that two things. One, the children shows that they are malnourished, while with federal government have these children in their custody and these children are malnourished. At least, even if you want to charge somebody, you should make sure that, particularly since they are children, you should make sure that they are properly fed. Number two, things that people are saying is that these people are minor. Is it right to try minor in the normal courts, not a juvenile court? These are the questions that is seeking for answers. Another question is that why putting this kind of stringent bail condition, 10 million naira on children that you did not feed properly? So these are the things that it is bearing for, that is asking for answer. So I think maybe later on at the course of the program, we will seek perspective to that.
Okay. Now there is another one, PMS price. Those importing PMS at lower price, dumping substandard products in Nigerian markets. Dangote alleges. Don't you think he's just a businessman that wants to create patronage for his products?
No. Um, it is believed. It is believed, and a lot of people have tried to say that the Dangote product is of higher standard compared to other PMS that is imported. But while he will say that also, the marketers also are driven by profits. As I mentioned the other day, somebody will not mind to go to Korea, Kuwait, for instance, and go and get fuel. If he can buy, let's say, 1 billion liters, and he is able to get maybe a reduction of two naira. If you buy $1 billion liters and you get 2 naira reduction compared to what he's buying domestic, just 2 naira reduction, the implication is that he's getting 2 billion price reduction. I get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If he gets 2 billion price reduction and he spent, even if it's 500 million to import it to the country, the implication is that he has gotten a difference of 1.5 billion naira. For a marketer, it doesn't concern him the quality or no quality of the product. It doesn't concern him whether vehicles are having issues as they take fuel. That is a normal mindset of an average Nigerian. What he's concerned about is his own profit making. So, but what the federal government can do is to make sure that nobody can buy. He should make his own domestic sales of crude oil the best price ever. We can do that. We can make our own domestic price the best price ever. Even though that also has its own challenges, Part of the challenge sometimes when you make your own product more cheaper, you are bordered with many countries. You are also going to encourage the activity of smugglers.
Yes.
Because if I can buy it cheaper in Nigeria and move it to Cameroon, I will come into Nigeria. Because look at it, for instance, it is estimated that our total daily national consumption has reduced drastically. Of course, the price will be one of the factors that has caused reduction in the total pricing, the total consumption every day. So you now see that if we reduce the price, there is likelihood that our consumption will increase.
By the time you go to Cameroon, you will discover that the fuel in Nigeria is cheaper. By the time you go to Chad, by the time you go to Benin Republic and all that. So you will see that activity of the smugglers will kick up, and it will be so intense. So there are several factors when it comes to pricing, consumption, subsidy in this country. There are several prices. While we blame the government in certain things, we also need to blame the citizens, because I just don't know. Nigeria seems to be one of the most complex countries. As you create solution, another person is creating a different problem. So the issue of the prices of fuel vis-a-vis our local refineries is something that needs to be looked at closely. What is important to Nigerians is availability and affordability. For now, we are experiencing availability, but we are not experiencing affordability. Because availability now, if you don't mind the price, you can get the fuel. But if you mind the price, you want to go to where government control prices, you must be ready to face the queue. So these are the factors that we are currently facing.
There is a news headline on Daily Trust. Daily Trust. It says presidency Afenifere disagree over appointments. Onto politics now. Presidency and Afenifere disagree over federal appointments.
Yeah.
Should a cultural, social-cultural organization like that have they see an appointment that is based on a federal character system?
What they are contesting is that appointments are not done based on federal character. That's what Afenifere is trying to allege. That's what Afenifere is trying to allege. You know, Afenifere is a Yoruba pressure group that try to protect the interests of the Yoruba nation. So you will not blame them. While some people thought or feel that, for instance, a lot of people feel, Nigerians maybe most appointments are for Yoruba people. A lot of people feel otherwise, that most appointments are not. So these are the issues that we need to consider and look at very closely and very carefully. We will need to look at whether or not we are actually following the federal character. For the post of minister, for instance, we cannot deny that fact, because of course we have a minister from every state of the federation. But of course, some states have more than one, and they have more than one. So that also is within the right and the privilege of the president to choose who he wants to work with and the people he wants to. But he needs to take cognizance the federal character is also very important.
Okay. On to another politics. The headline has to do with politics. Say 2 Kano NNPP reps dump Kwankwasia movement. And that's, I think we're talking about like 10 local governments, because another one of the reps in Kano shall have between 3 to 5 local governments. So it's a Kwankwasia movement in trouble. What do you think?
The Kano politics is one peculiar politics. You remember that this thing that are ruling currently in Kano is NNPP.
Yes.
And NNPP invariably is the Kwankwasia movement, because what brought about the success of the NNPP in Kano
ATC branch, Zenith Bank agents, Taraba State University shops, ATC Auto Caller Local Government 09078502712. Other centers to take up soon. This initiative is supported by Zenith Bank, Globus Bank, Wema Bank, and Guarantee Trust Bank. Super Cash. Are you a businessman or woman? Do you need loan to grow your business? At TARABA Business Development Center, we offer both business and personal loan with flexible repayment plan. We are located in different parts of Taraba State. Jalingo branch, opposite Civil Service Commission, 183 Amarua Way, 090-3134-4333. Zing branch, Zenith Bank agent beside College of Education, Zing, 070-3125-2559. Yembu branch, Usi Plaza, Yembu Sardauna State, 080-8978-2725. ATC branch, Zenith Bank agent, Taraba State.
The families of late Yakubu Finde Jafu and Mr. Hosea Dauda Jatau cordially invite the public to the wedding solemnization of their beloved children, Comrade David Yakubu, popularly known as David Yaks, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Honorable Member representing Kurmi Constituency, Taraba State House of Assembly, and Miss Martha Dauda Jatau, scheduled to take place as follows. Date 9th November 2024. Venue Dunamis Church, Mayadasa, Jalingo, Taraba State. Reception follows immediately at Jolinyamin Stadium Open Field. Announcer Groom's family. The families of late Yakubu Finde Jafu and Mr. Hosea Dauda Jatau cordially invite the public to the wedding solemnization of their beloved children, Comrade David Yakubu, popularly known as David Yaks, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Honorable Member representing Kurmi Constituency, Taraba State House of Assembly, and Miss Martha Dauda Jatau, scheduled to take place as follows. Date 9th November 2024. Venue Dunamis Church, Mayadasa, Jalingo, Taraba State. Reception follows immediately at Jolinyamin Stadium Open Field. Announcer Groom's family. The families of late Yakubu Finde Jafu and Mr. Hosea Dauda Jatau cordially invite the public to the wedding solemnization of their beloved children, Comrade David Yakubu, popularly known as David Yaks, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Honorable Member representing Kurmi Constituency, Taraba State House of Assembly, and Miss Martha Dauda Jatau, scheduled to take place as follows. Date 9th November 2024. Venue Dunamis Church, Mayadasa, Jalingo, Taraba State. Reception follows immediately at Jolinyamin Stadium Open Field. Announcer Groom's family. The families of late Yakubu Finde Jafu and Mr. Hosea Dauda Jatau cordially invite the public to the wedding solemnization of their beloved children, Comrade David Yakubu, popularly known as David Yaks, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Honorable Member representing Kurmi Constituency, Taraba State House of Assembly, and Miss Martha Dauda Jatau, scheduled to take place as follows. Date 9th November 2024. Venue Dunamis Church, Mayadasa, Jalingo, Taraba State. Reception follows immediately at Jolinyamin Stadium Open Field. Announcer Groom's family. The families of late Yakubu Finde Jafu and Mr. Hosea Dauda Jatau cordially invite the public to the wedding solemnization of their beloved children, Comrade David Yakubu, popularly known as David Yaks, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity to the Honorable
Desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NACO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NACO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NACO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NACO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NACO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 60 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 60 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 60 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. TARABA Business School.
Welcome back from the commercial break. We are going to go further with the discussion on the swearing in of the reshuffled ministers of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and the ordeals of Nigeria in Libya. Joining me in the studio to discuss this is Mr. Abraham Maina Joda. Abraham Maina Joda is the Director of Programs at Some TV. You are welcome to
thank you very much.
Okay, so what is your take on the swearing in that is maybe actually going on now or is about to go on of the newly reshuffled ministers by President Ahmed Tinubu? Should we expect something new from these new people in the light of the fact that those ones that were sacked were accused of inefficiency?
Well, I believe the ritual of swearing for the ministers is just one of the constitutional requirements. And we've seen precedent shows that the swearing or the words they say does not really determine if they will do the job the way Nigerians want them to do it or not. But one thing I think we should know is that at this point, Nigeria is at a critical position, especially economically, and anybody brought in to work with this government should hit the ground running. I believe every one of them, someone that is conversant with the situation of things on ground and should know the policy direction of the government. So it is not something in which you go there and you begin to set up. There should be, it's a ministry, there should be a framework on ground, you follow up, and then they should also try to key into the government should have a blueprint, a master plan, which they can just key into. And also, I realize that there is no synergy among ministries and ministers. and sometimes that it makes their work where it overlaps, then you will see a vacuum. So what I'm trying to say is that swearing them in is not a deal. What Nigerians want is for them to work, and work, they must work, because if they don't work, unfortunately, they will leave like the others left, but Nigerians will bear the brunt of their inefficiency.
Okay. There's another headline on TG News. It says Libya begins mass arrest of Nigerians after half verdict. You know, this is coming after we've experienced similar situation in South Africa, the issue of xenophobia. Now they are making arrests in Libya, even though something must have triggered it. But is it that Nigerians in all these African countries have this thing they do that is making them becoming security threats to their host communities?
Well, I think in the issue of this Libya, they are carrying the bad blood of the CAF ban on the Libyan national team. They are carrying it into this matter. But be that as it may, before now, Nigerians are, like we all know, statistically, one out of every 6 African is a Nigerian, and Nigerians are known to travel all over the world. And there's this thing they call the Niger spirit, which is very, very positive spirit of entrepreneurship, spirit of being able to dominate your environment. So this spirit comes with, it has a positive effect and also the negative effect. So most times when issues like this come up, in almost every country, you have large number of Nigerians that have migrated there doing business. Some are illegal migrants or legal migrants. So it is always very easy to find a community of Nigerians. And in the community of Nigerians, you know the way we live. We are people that are very, very conservative with our lifestyle, with the way we do things, our music and everything. So it is easy to target us. It is very easy to target Nigerians. And even in Libya before now, Nigerians have been going through hell in Libya. And it is not just the Libyans that are putting Nigeria through hell. Fellow Nigerians take Nigerians to Libya to sell into slavery. And they sell these Nigerians into slavery. So the value of the Nigerian life in Libya before now, there is no value upon the Nigerian life, because they found out that we come and sell ourselves to them as slaves. So now when this occurs, it is very easy for them to decide that enough of Nigerians, they came here, they maltreated us in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, we maltreated them here, they used their influence with the CAF to ensure that we are banned, so they transfer the aggression. And you know, Libya now is not a stable country. Yeah. It's a country, so there are a lot of people that have anger issues, that have issues of war, that want to transfer that aggression upon Nigeria. But to me, sometimes when this thing happens, that's when I realize that Nigeria, we need to step up. How come we are always everywhere? Okay, look at the time South Africans, the xenophobia. Yeah. A lot of people don't even know where South Africans live in Nigeria. As big as Lagos is, with the South African companies, you don't have the community of South Africans. That means there's something happening in their country that makes them to remain there and ensure that, yes, they develop their country. So it is time for us to build Nigeria so that Nigerians don't go outside and become targets of xenophobic attacks or attacks against foreigners. I think it's something we really need to look into.
Okay, we'll go on to the leadership. Leadership has this headline: NYC Corp members yet to receive 77,000 allowance. Some of them have to resort to other menial jobs because they say that 33,000 is not enough for them to earn a living.
Well, let me use the balance of your say. We're talking about the young people. The NYC they are young people. Yeah. I think this is an audio promise from the federal government. It's beginning to look like it's an audio promise. In the balance of the young people, promise me, you make a statement and you don't fulfill it. I think the federal government knew that there was going to be a minimum wage increment. And at the end of the day, after the tripartite committee, it was the federal government, it was the federal government's position that was accepted. So before federal government took the position of 70,000 or 70,000 as minimum wage, they must have done their finding to know that yes, they can pay it. Now in July, it was passed into law. In July thereabouts or August, it was passed into law. Now this is November, and it has not yet been paid to this government. This shows that the government is not serious about this. And I would even like to ask the legal practitioners, what is the implication of government agencies or government flouting the Constitution? Because it's a law already. And I think since it's a law, it should be executed. I think we need to do more concerning this minimum wage. We need to do more.
Okay. Don't you think maybe because these NYC members have been posted to other organizations like that to do their primary assignments, don't you think the places of their primary assignment too should sit up and see how they complement? Because in most instances, these places of primary assignment depend on the fact that the federal government is going to pay 77,000 and they relax in their own responsibilities in meeting their financial commitments to the NYC members.
I think what we are discussing, there's no complaint about the place of primary assignment.
Yes.
So we can't really say they are meeting up or they are not meeting up.
Yeah.
And I believe the NYC, irrespective of where they go to serve, is a policy of the federal government. The federal government should play its part, irrespective of the fact that their primary assignment, they don't complement what they're doing. The federal government is supposed to play its part. They are the primary, they are the ones that created this policy and they run this policy. So whatever you get from your place of primary assignment is an addition to it. So before now, these things don't happen. They get their money as at when due. But the problem now is that the money they are being given, the allowance can't even take them home. So something needs to be done.
Okay, we are going to TARABA newspaper headline now, and one of the major headlines there is End Bad Governors. Northern Governors, ACF, that's the Iowa Consultative Forum, and others demand the release of the minors. This is talking about the arrest of these young chaps being arraigned in the courts in Abuja on the charges of treason. And we're going to be joined via Zoom by a legal practitioner, Barrister P.D. Pius, to discuss on this issue. Yeah, that's a video clip of the arraigned minors, some of them lying on the ground, hungry, sitting in tattered clothes. And, it's actually a pitiable sight. We want to take a look at the legal perspective from the mouth of Barrister P.D. Pius. Yeah, you can.
I think the Iowa Consultative Forum, they were not proactive over this matter. This is about 93 days after this. It took the likes of a very dark man and Adeoju and Showore to bring this up. Yeah. Where was the ACF while these people were languishing in jail? I think they are just trying to jump over the matter now for political reasons. They should have been the one that will have championed the release or the prosecution of these people in the right way. So I think it's just calling for their release and the rest of it now. Yeah, they took it too late, although it's never too late. But I think they should be more proactive on issues like this. There should be more priorities, not only when appointments are made or this is that. When it comes to issues of finance, that you begin to see here, you begin to see ACF make statements here and there. These are the kind of issues, and this also still boils down to the fact that there are 20 million out of school children in Nigeria, and majority of them are from the north. What is the ACF, the northern governors, the northern traditional rulers, the political leaders, the religious leaders? What are we doing about this? If we don't tackle this issue, this is just crocodile tears. As a matter of fact, you go to some parts of the country, you see northerners, young northerners out of school, roaming on the streets, looking as malnourished as they are looking here, with plates in their hand and with a rope tied to a plate, and go about begging for food. So this is as a result of the fact that we have a breeding ground where you can always recruit young people to carry out nefarious activities. If there was no breeding, if these young men were in school or they were at home with their parents, I don't think they will come outside to join in something they know nothing about. And if they were educated, they will know the implication of destroying government properties. As the case may be. And I'm very sure some of these boys might not even be involved. They may just be people roaming about, and we know the way our security agencies work. They just go raid everybody they find on the street. So to me, it's ACF needs to do more, especially on the issue of education of the young northerners.
Okay, that's we're going again onto TARABA newspaper. The major headline in TARABA newspaper said Taraba state government takes giant leap in power infrastructure. That's Governor Bukeva's flag of 33 kVA line extension from Sunkani to Garbachidi.
Well, this is it's a giant leap. 33 kVA line extension is a giant one, because we are just coming from the national grid collapse, yeah. And we are fresh off the impact of darkness, and we know the impact of darkness. So anything that has to do with providing power infrastructure, it is a welcome idea. And I think before now, the states were not being innovative about the way they handle the power. But I think states are picking up now, especially since the law. It has been the power of the issue of power is no longer on the exclusive list; is now on the concurrent list. So the states should begin to look inward, look at how we get ourselves off the national grid, and also extend electricity to places whereby they will need it. Taraba cannot develop without power. As a matter of fact, nowhere in the world can develop without power. Without power, you wouldn't listen to us from the studio. Yeah. So we need to do more. We also look for alternative means of energy, renewable energy. We need a policy. We need a policy direction. The policy direction that will direct us to the cheapest and the easiest way of generating power within the state, and also distribution. Sometimes we can't distribute effectively. So it's a welcome one, and I believe we will sustain this.
Yeah, and you know, the project is facilitated by Honorable Yakubu Jafaru Chiroma, members of reps for Bali, Sunkani, Ardokola local government. Now, the whole thing is that Garbachidi is an ancient town. A development that some consider long overdue. Yeah. You know, what do you think? It's actually long overdue project?
Yes, it is long overdue. I was doing my village, and I found out that in the 50s, 60s, people, whenever they want to migrate to the city, they go to Garbachidi. It was a farming hub. I had an uncle that used to take a truck. I used to take truck of grains from there to Aba to Onitsha to Abakaliki
From Garbachede.
From Garbachede. So you know that Garbachede is a town that have existed for long. But all of a sudden, because of no infrastructure, it deteriorated. The rate Garbachede was growing then, by now you should be competing with Jalingo, Wukari, and the likes of it. So I think this electricity, we should be able to revive Garbachede.
And maybe bring in companies, processing companies, rice processing companies like that.
Definitely.
It's okay. There's another headline on TARABA newspaper. We're still expecting to hear connect with Barrister P.D. Pius. Barrister P.D. Pius is the legal, is the lawyer of TARABA Business School. He's supposed to connect with us on the discussion on the arrest of the minors who have been arraigned in the courts. And before he connects with us, we're going to take the bandit stage comeback in Taraba Mountain host flag. Are we in trouble in Taraba again? Are we in trouble?
Well, it is not something we should handle with kid gloves. Stage a comeback in Taraba Mountain, hosting flags. I believe this is a serious security threat because we're just recovering from the past whereby kidnapping, banditry became a normal thing in Taraba. But for some, since last year, I think we've been able to push them back. And I think the military, the security agencies, the police, the vigilantes, see them, there's a synergy. And that is why they've been able to push back these bandits. So now that these people are coming out again, that means they've discovered a loophole in the security architecture. And that is why they can proudly come out and even host a flag. So it is time for the security agencies to go back to the drawing board, identify these people, and nip it at the board. Because the moment those ones do it and they see that, okay, they've attacked 1 or 2 villages or rustled 2 or 3 cows, the others that are in hiding, they'll be like, oh, it seems there's a fertile ground here. And they begin to act. Then another thing is that at this point is a very critical period in Taraba, because this is a state that depends on agriculture, and this is a period where people harvest their goods. So at this point in time, these people might be out to kidnap farmers, hold them to ransom. As a matter of fact, once some people hear this, they won't go to their farms any longer, and the things will just go to waste. So for us, for the future, for food security, we must tackle this. For the security of life and properties, we must tackle this. For the integrity of the state, we must tackle this.
Yeah, this is a morning show on Sam TV. Morning show comes up every Monday to Saturday between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. We have come to the end of this broadcast. I want to appreciate our guests, Mr. Abraham Maina Joda, who is the Director of Programs at the Sam TV, and the earlier guest, Chief Deborah Olayenka, who is the CEO of Taraba Business School, Taraba News Agency, and Sam Television. I will also want to appreciate the crew at the studio, Mr. James Emmanuel Atta and Mr. Godgift Walu, and who are the sound engineer. The expertise connects us with you out there. I want to appreciate the studio manager, Mr. Adekin Shamaki. We really appreciate you, and we've come to the end of this broadcast. Be sure to connect us tomorrow between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. in the morning. Sam TV Morning Show comes up every Monday to Saturday between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. Stay blessed. Goodbye from here.
entrepreneurs, and professionals. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 2854 3150.